Good luck. You are ready for me? Thank you so much. Hello everyone, how are you today? What's new in the world right now? Anyone has any questions or comments? Politics is not off the table. You can talk about anything. Any questions, comments, concerns? It's funny that no one asked me about the current wars. Is that you afraid I'm going to say something to make a fool of myself? Or alienate you? Since you didn't ask, I will tell you what I think. Is it okay or you don't want to hear it? My God, the time has changed so much. And it's so obvious nowadays. You know, in my times, when I was growing up, we were fighting capitalism against communism, you know, in Vietnam. And there's a matter of philosophy and principles and so forth, okay? Nowadays, it's no longer that kind of struggle, but basically, the two wars right now, the horrible wars happening right now is covering that's on the news every single day, okay? It's basically land grabs. One is a very coarse form of land grabs. The other is a very much more devious form of land grab. But still land grabs. And for that, there's so much suffering and destruction. It's going backwards. So basically, you look at all the wars right now, it's economically motivated. There's no more principles. There's no more ideals. It's no more capitalism or communism. It's the same thing right now, okay? Everyone is out to make a buck and grab lands. That's it. That's why, what are we to do? I think everyone needs to wake up to the new realities of society, of the world right now. You have to protect yourself. You cannot count on others to protect you. So Japan has to step up. South Korea has to step up. Who else? You know, people who live near the people who have a history of grabbing lands, the country have a history of grabbing lands, they better arm themselves up and beef up their defense budget. There's no two ways about it, okay? Because it will not stop. Russia, for example, started Crimea. Now they're invading more, and then in 10 years will be more, 5, 10 years will be more and more and more and more. The writings on the wall is unavoidable. Okay? And for that, we should be grateful of our blessings and our system. Our armed forces are the strongest and are the best trained, the best managed in the world. And that, we should give priority to that because the world needs us. We need to defend ourselves. You see, no one dares invade us in our country because we're too strong. So kudos to the armed forces, the GI Joes. And go ahead too.
With all of this expense to run our country, the military, and all the other expenses, I read somewhere this week that we're going into debt at the tune of $1 trillion every 100 days. So that means automatically, just to keep up with our expenses, we're printing money. We're printing $3 trillion plus a year.
That's kind of scary.
It is scary when you sit and think about it.
So what are we to do? Invade other countries, grab lands ourselves?
Well, the first,
It's necessary. You can't bury your heads in the sand. It's necessary.
well, I think we have to
Sell arms.
completely disallow deficit spending, and if we don't have the money, we just don't spend for it, and that means
And wait for people to invade us
and
and let the world go to turn into anarchy and chaos. Think about it. We are the strongest. We keep the regional ambitions at bay because we intervene. Because otherwise, without us, without the Americans, this is where we need to keep up the budget and then ask the other countries to help. That's our reality. If they don't, they will lose land. I'm talking about economics. I'm not talking about politics, okay? I don't care about politics. But economically speaking, you are right. It is very expensive to maintain this kind of standards of military forces. And we're doing it for free right now. And we cannot afford to do it anymore. All our allies need to step up and help pay for that. Otherwise, they will be invaded themselves. Okay? It's time for the Americans, Democrats and Republicans to wake up and face reality. It's no longer politics, it's a matter of survival. If you're not strong, they will come and grab our lands. That's the reality nowadays. Either that, we go grab lands ourselves to pay for our armed forces. You are right. But you can no longer delineate it by Democrat versus Republican versus independent. It's the reality of the economics is that you need a very strong military to defend ourselves. And defend our friends. And that's relevant to cultivation as well, folks. Listen, without the protection from our government, can we sit here and meditate? Without the police, without the National Guard, can we be safe enough to sit here and society is still reasonably orderly? It's not possible without protection. Yeah? And same thing spiritually. Without the spiritual protection from our Dharma protectors, which happen to be one of the strongest armed forces, spiritual forces that are protecting us, folks. Remember that. Without that, we cannot do chant, we cannot cultivate, we cannot do ceremonies, we cannot cultivate here at all. That's the reality. We take it for granted, okay? But without protection, without the protection from the superior spiritual protectors, we cannot cultivate. It's the same principle, economically speaking. It's the reality we all need to face nowadays. The world needs to face nowadays. You need to be stronger. You need to increase your defense budget. And we cannot do it for free anymore. We can't. Either they spend the money in the budget to do it themselves, or if we're there, they have to pay for it. Because you're right. If we keep on spending, do deficit spending, we will become weaker. Okay? We can't do it forever. That's our reality. That's number one. Okay? Believe it or not, in our world, our spiritual world, we have alliances. You know, we're here. We have our own protection. next to us, that Dharma seal temple, have their own protection. And we are connected, we are related. Yes, there are different groups of protectors, but we are not going to attack each other. We are doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. Keep us safe from our enemies, from the troublemakers. Yeah? So there's a lot of cooperation here. Why we don't, we cooperate with other temples implicitly. They're not our enemies. We're here to spread the good, to do good. Okay? Not to steal, not to kill. Because you don't gain. If you grab lands, you will not end well your lives. You'll be very sick because you are responsible for so much killing. You're going to have cancer, you're going to have all sorts of illnesses, mental illnesses that no one can heal right now. And then your children and your descendants will suffer for centuries until that blood debt is repaid. If ever. There's no gain in doing this. But because of the evil that exists in the world, and that's the nature of life, we need to adapt and recalibrate our thinking. Okay? You want to say something?
Yes, Master. On the macro level of expenditures and citing our military expense, we've kind of institutionalized the free world for the past 65, 70 years, that they can rely on the United States when and where there's some conflict, that essentially we are the world police force.
Yeah.
Now, we've got to discontinue that and allow free countries to defend themselves. And that's going to be better because that's going to take the expense of running such a ginormous military off of us. And we could always still be the ever-present big brother standing behind NATO, standing behind the UN, or any countries such as what we've done with Ukraine. We can be a de facto supporter, but we don't necessarily have to continue to be the world police force.
We cannot do it for free.
Right.
That's the bottom line. And that is what everyone needs to wake up to. The whole world needs to wake up to. Yes, then we need a big brother to keep things in check. Okay? But we cannot do it for free. It's wrong. It's no longer capitalism versus communism, whatever. It's all economically motivated now. Land grabbing left and right. Everyone's grabbing lands. Well, they still can, when they can. And that's our realities. The current reality is that it's all economically motivated. It's no more principles, no more philosophy. It's about who can get away with it. That's why this is why I feel there's a time where Chan is so important, because Chan is the bottom line, the foundation of meditation. Chan meditation, as we teach it, is about goodness. You want to ascend. You want to improve. You want to be a better person. That's based on a foundation of goodness. You see, people mistakenly think that meditation is like you come and you sit for maybe 20 minutes, 5 minutes, and that's meditation. No, sir, not at all. Meditation is about building, fundamentally, it's about building that foundation of goodness. In order for you to improve, your foundation for improvement is goodness. That's the only foundation that will last. If you steal, in order to build a foundation, your foundation will crumble eventually. We'll have earthquakes, destroying it. We'll have flood, it will render it inhabitable. It will make it impossible for you to build upon. So the foundation of meditation is goodness. It's so wrong for you teachers to think, especially you teachers, monks and nuns and lay people, teachers, to think that meditation is simply or sitting there or walking. No, those are just mechanics in order for you to fine-tune your heart and cleanse your soul, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. There's no other way. If your gain is based on stealing, from killing, there's no foundation for the future at all. This is where confusion and stupidity reigns, because they feel that they can get away with it. Doesn't matter who. Anyone who feels that they can get away with it by killing, by stealing, by doing immoral things, they will fail miserably. They'll be so miserable. They'll suffer. You'll suffer more and add more to the world's suffering. It's so destructive. So you think that we meditate so that it becomes stronger? We can meditate so that it becomes stronger, so that it can go out and steal more? That's not meditation. That's destruction. Traditionally, the Chinese taught meditation by this process that we share with you. You sit there and then sit for some time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour or so, okay? And then you talk a little bit. We are actually different. Instead of talking a little bit, we talk you extensively for an hour, myself personally. Okay? No translation for an hour. It's a lot of BS to go through. Okay? To help to convince you, okay, to have the proper frame of mind. Okay? And to understand this concept here of Chan is goodness. You improve so fast. I'll give you an example. What is it? We lost a Sangha recently. I don't know how long ago. I forgot already. Okay? And and it's not a small loss for us, because this person here has been with us for over 10 years. A lot of that money I invested in this person. I assure you. I invested this temple here. When we first started, we got the temple. It's a mess. Pigeons, I don't know if G.I. Joe still remembers. Pigeons, it's in a tower we have here. The pigeons crap. They stay up there. It's their coop, okay, the pigeon coop, and the crab they go to the toilet there. It's like how long? 1.5 feet. a foot thick. So G.I. Joe used to wade in the chicken shit. He said, "Is it okay to say chicken shit here?" And I lost a couple of people because when they followed G.I. Joe to volunteer to clean up, I said, "Really? This is toxic to my health." And those people left. They're so offended. And G.I. Joe is still here, stronger and healthier. But when it happened, we were poor and we didn't know what we were supposed to do. We bought this because that's the only thing we could buy, and then we spent money fixing it up. Without Ke, without the people who were experienced, we didn't know anything. So we screwed up. And that guy, I allowed him to waste so much of my money that I didn't have so that he could learn. So people don't realize that I invested a lot of money in developing the talents, in developing you. You come here because I have to invest money for this facility for you to come here and sit. Yeah? Someone has to make the investments. Same thing. You improve, this guy improved because, I allow him to waste a lot of my money, and to the point where he's more proficient now, and I still allow him to waste, take like forever, 10 times longer than he has to. I still do it because it enables him to plan his blessings. I invested heavily, so it's a big loss for us. You don't make a 10-year investment and lose it without feeling anything. But I'm proud to tell you that you're so special. I'm proud to declare that you're so special that collectively, because I measure you, an army consists of weaponry and manpower, yeah? Okay? I'm proud to tell you that the manpower-wise, okay, you more than improve more than it's necessary to replace the loss in manpower. That quickly. It's so impressive. You guys are so good. In no time, you improved so that the gap in firepower was quickly replaced. And improve beyond that. Way beyond that. It's so impressive of you. And it's related to this concept I talked about, defense and forces and armed forces and so forth. That's happening to you as well. Because when you improve, you know what happens? You have your own protectors that will mingle with our protectors. And we can mingle in spite of our differences and our flaws and our many mental problems. But it's still based on something fundamental. The concept of goodness. Yes, we make mistakes. Yes, we screw up royally. But it's never intentionally in order to get personal gains. Yes, we screw up. Yes, we depress. Yes, we get upset and all those things. And we regret it. We repent. Then we correct ourselves. This is why you improve. You improve because you bought into the concept, all of you who are still around, bought into the concept that we're going to do good with our lives. We're going to make a difference in our lives by being a gooder person. I think we should propose something in the dictionary, the concept of gooder instead of better. Huh? Better sounds so American. Should be gooder. Like Gouda cheese. Questions, comments? There's no other ways, no other two ways about it. Okay? It has to be based on the foundation of righteousness, of goodness. That's our path. There's some others who would get some gains temporarily by cheating others, by doing things they regret later. We don't. We take our time. We're poor, we're broke, but we ain't going to change our principles. You're going to do good. And that's how we become better people. By being first gooder. Questions and comments? Don't forget that. I put up with you. I put up with your stupidity and your selfishness because I see you becoming a gooder person. You stop being a gooder person, I drop you. Like hot potatoes. You can count on that. That's a personal promise I make to all of you. Okay? Yes, one.
Thank you, Master. I think I've asked this question in the past, but in maybe a different way. And I really appreciate you defining goodness as the foundation for our practice. Can you remind me, or can you talk a little bit about how meditating makes us a gooder person?
How does it make us a gooder person? By this procedure, by this process. It's a good question, excellent question. I let Jung and YongHua answer that. Stop gabbing with your neighbor. Listen to this important discussion here. How do you answer that? How do you become a gooder person to this?
Meditation make you, you hear me, Master?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I think meditation makes you better concentration, but listen to the Dharma will help you to be a better person. So
how about a gooder person?
A gooder person that you listen to the Dharma.
Dharma.
You'll be gooder.
Gooder. God, he doesn't sound as good as when I say gooder. Like he doesn't believe it. When I say gooder, it's like this. It's with conviction. He said gooder. Gooder is like sounds like cheese. You are a gooder person. No conviction at all. Anyone else would like to answer? That's such a good question. How does meditation turns you into a gooder person? And this is why you need to meditate every day, by the way. Because every day when we ask you to meditate, you actually get in touch back. You get in touch with the good side of your soul. And it's as important as eating, as taking a shower, as Master YongHua put it. It's so critical, folks. There's no substitute for it. Can you go daily without eating? Same thing. You cannot go without meditation. Believe. Yes, go first.
Emitofuo Master, so could it be because when we meditate, we suffer and we endure the suffering, so we see the suffering from other, we can see the suffering from other people?
Very good. How about Sarah from Taiwan? How does it help? You're the problem solver. So explain to me how does meditation that you learned so far makes you a gooder person?
Meditation helps us to calm our mind and develop some patience. If we meditate every day in the morning, when we go to the office, we are more calm and less anger. So if our samadhi level improved, we can help to resolve the bigger problem and help others.
She's describing what she experienced. I'm impressed. How long have you been doing chant? American chant, not Taiwanese chant.
American, I think I came to temple last.
This is why
February.
I'm accused of being racist. American versus Taiwanese. How long?
1 year.
1 year. Okay. Okay. That long? Really? Interesting. Anyone else? Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, let's go to Kaylan. Soju, explain. You are teaching Chan, aren't you? How does it make you a gooder person?
Hello, Master. We learn from chant, so we learn the patience, so we can endure difficulties, as we can endure others. So we are getting a gooder person.
Somehow it sounds better from when the Koreans pronounce it, gooder. Yes, 6 here.
Thank you, Master. I almost every people say that I also agree about during the meditation we have more patience, and so you can not much afflict to lead other person. So I think that's why we have meditate.
Very good. How about Dewey Baines? Go for us. Hang on. He's hiding behind in the AV station. Dewey, how does Chan make you a gooder person? And it's going to be a short answer.
Thank you, Master. Chan helped me shine the light to my dark side and expose it. And I try to cope with the dark side of my mind.
Is that why you sit with the green light there?
Yes, I have a cold, so the green light helped me.
Oh, I thought it's to shine the green light on your dark side. Okay. Okay. I'm impressed that I know it's raining. It's very rainy up there right now. And you guys drove to the temple to meditate? Seriously? Is that right? Is it raining up there right now in the area?
Yesterday a lot, but today not that much.
Not that much, huh? Okay. All right. Yes, one.
Thank you, Master. We have a couple comments and answers from YouTube.
Yes.
And I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our YouTube audience for joining us. If you're a new viewer, welcome. And if you're one of our over 15,000 unique viewers from the past 30 days, welcome back.
15,000? Wow.
From Stefan Vonkmuller. Stefan says, Chan meditation helps me to see my flaws much better so I can work on correcting them.
Very good. Excellent. Next one.
Diego says, Emitofuo, Master.
Hola.
By enduring, by not quitting, and then we move those to our daily lives so we have more patience and compassion.
Very good. Anyone else?
And our third comment is from Shannon. Shannon,
Of course. Hello, Shannon. Thank you. Thank you for your help. I heard that you and Peter has been taking over the YouTube channel. Thank you.
Shannon, sending you warm Southern California vibes to Pittsburgh, Dharma sis.
Yeah.
Shannon says, Emitofuo, Master, my Chan practice exposes my small, arrogant self to me. It makes me want to change myself to be a gooder human being.
Excellent. See, you all got it. Okay? Let me paraphrase it for you. You all got it. What does it take to change, to make a change? In order to change, you need to see what you don't like. Agree? If you like, it's easy. You like it already. You don't need to look at it. Because that's what you do naturally. You like, right? It's what you don't like that you need to see more clearly. Yeah? When you like something that's good already, it's no efforts. Chan, American Chan, where you train you, is more difficult because we are teaching you to sit there and then look at yourself. Which part of yourself are you looking at? The unpleasant part of yourself. And when you look, it's a very difficult thing to do. This is not what ordinary people normally do. They don't look at themselves. They don't look at their faults. Chan fundamentally is a process where you still yourself, don't move physically, so that your mind has more time to look at yourselves. In particular, all those negative things that pop up in your mind constantly. And you know why? Why is a special emphasis on negative thoughts appear, pop up in your mind, like thoughts of anger, thoughts of impatience, thoughts of disapproval? Because they are unpleasant. And you don't like it. Agree or disagree? Who likes thoughts of disapproving someone? Who likes thoughts of anger? No one. It bothers you. Yeah? And ordinary people says, I'm angry because of her fault, of his fault. That's what ordinary people do. In Chan, we have these unpleasant thoughts. We don't blame others. We look at ourselves. We say, this is my fault. I choose to be angry. I choose to be greedy. I choose to be negative. No one asked me to be negative. No one asked me to be impatient. No one asked me to be mean. And that's why I'm unhappy, because I choose to be mean. I choose to be greedy. I choose to be angry. My son is innocent. He's just being himself. Yeah? A boy. And yet, I'm impatient towards him because he doesn't do what I want him to do. Yeah? Is it his fault? No, it's my fault because I choose to blame him for being himself. So fundamentally, the Chan meditation here trains you to look at the unpleasant part of yourself. This is why it's not for everyone. It's a very difficult thing to do. Ordinary people, they say, I don't want to look at this. My days is hard already. I work hard, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. I go home, meditate, and look at my ugliness, my ickiness. Because when you do that, you like yourself. If you renounce those negative things that you dislike about yourself, you naturally become gooder. It's an instinctive choice. But you first must commit to sitting there, still in your mind, so that your negative thoughts will pop up and you can look at them. Is it clear? That's a Chan training right there. That's the secret of Chan training. And the basis is that you prefer to become a gooder person because you like yourself more. And you get feedback from your own family that they like you more. Not only do you like yourself more, but the people around you like yourself more. That's why it snowballs. It requires you to be genuine. You don't need to pretend. You need to be honest with yourself. Do I like myself when I pretend? When I bury my head into the sand and not dare look at my own ugliness, my own evil? You don't like yourself. Trust me, evil people, they don't dare look at themselves because they don't like it. If people in the world would subscribe to YouTube, subscribe the concept of looking at your faults instead of other people's faults, they will become gooder because naturally no one likes to be that unpleasant. And you reject your own ugliness, not other people's ugliness. Let them be themselves, embrace them. Yeah? When you're strong enough, embrace them. Because your core is so strong, they cannot do anything to you. Sounds good? But if you make pretend, and you walk and say, I don't want you to know by my weaknesses. I don't want you to see that I'm not my true self. I want you to believe I'm a good person and so forth. Actually, I'm not. This is why you don't dare look at yourself. Because you fake. In my path, in my world, you can fake it with me for so far. And then you can no longer fake it. This is when, goodbye. Because you don't dare look at yourself anymore. It's okay on the outside to fake it. It's inconsequential, but deep down, okay? There's things that you cannot fake because you don't like yourself anymore. Fundamentally, it doesn't matter what you think of me. Every day, I have to like myself first. Yeah? Because I live with myself 24 hours a day, 24/7, I have to live with myself first. You come and go, but I have to live with myself my entire life. So I better learn to live like myself and be proud of myself. Yeah? Your education, our education, is predicated upon getting others' approval and rewarded accordingly. Yeah? Your boss likes you, therefore he gives you a raise and a promotion. Yeah? So you develop skills to make it happen. That's normal, but don't do it by faking it, because that won't last. Relationships must be based upon goodness and truthfulness. Be true to yourself. Look at your ugliness and say, yes, I'm still a very angry person. Yes, I'm still a very deceptive person, manipulative person. I don't like it. I work on it. Instead of, oh, don't look at me. Okay? And you're the only one who can do it. This is the nature of meditation. You sit there every single time, those thoughts keep on coming up, yeah? I say, that's steal. Look at that, look at that. Let's grab it. Let's grab the land. Let's grab it. We steal because we can. Okay? And if you have those thoughts, you indulge in those thoughts, you cannot improve. You cannot enter samadhi. So that's what the nature of Chan is, that the way we train you, because if we let you sit there for a while and then you stand up and you leave, then no one is reminding you of that foundational goodness. Okay? Did I answer your question, sir?
Very much so. Thank you, Master.
Very good. Anyone else has a question? Yes? 2.
Yes, Master. What does one contemplate when one has displaced his ego?
Come again?
Without an ego, what does one contemplate?
When you get there, you know.
Any hints?
Yes. Continue. I cannot describe it for you, what happens then. I can bring you there. Like I brought many people there already.
You understand.
All right? You have to be there. Chan is... Teaching Chan requires me to develop the skills to figure out how to bring you there. Because you cannot figure it out yourself. I have to help you. That's my job as a Chan instructor. My assistants will give you fundamentals, but ultimately, I'm responsible for bringing you there. You come to me, I look at you and say, okay. And when the time comes, I have to help you. Okay? Yes, go first.
Thank you, Master. So for me, it happens a lot that I realize that sometimes I have a bad temper when someone reaches out to me at work, but it's like every day I keep getting mad when someone reaches out to me. So I see the problem, but it's like I cannot solve it.
Okay? Now you're aware of the problem. You see it clearer, yeah? You do.
Yeah, I do.
How do you say that in Espanol?
You do?
What? Do?
No, you are asking how do I say in español you do?
Yeah,
Sí, tú lo haces.
that's too long. Never mind.
Lo haces, maybe.
Right there is the beginning of the solution. You need to see it yourself. Because ordinary people, when they lose a temper, it's someone else's fault. Doesn't matter how justified you feel in getting angry, it's still your problem. Agree?
Yeah.
So ordinary people who do not practice Chan, they say, oh, here, see what you made me do. Here, Chan, we say, oops, I did that. I got angry. I chose to get angry. So you have to become aware of that first. Yeah? So that's the first step. The problem to recognize it, I'm the one who got angry. Okay? Okay?
Yes.
And eventually, when you keep on sitting, eventually you'll be able to not get angry when you're provoked. Because you like it better. All right? Getting angry basically is making the wrong choice. You choose to get angry and you can't help yourself. Yeah? Okay? So you keep on sitting, you continue to sit, you build blessings, and those blessings will help you, will enable you to not get angry. So ultimately, you're aware, first of all, it's a natural process. You're aware that you are angry and you don't like it. If you like getting angry, by all means, get angry. It's okay. I have no problem with it. Okay? It's your life. None of my business. Okay? But if you don't like it, okay? By the way, if you choose to get angry, you don't sit for very long, do you? Yeah? You stop sitting. You get up and say, let's go, settle this right now. Okay? But if you sit longer, you notice that you endure the anger and not do anything, okay? By continuing to sit, your anger actually subsides. And at the same time, your blessings are increasing. So there's a natural evolution where naturally your anger subsides. You're not as easily angry because of that provocation. Okay? And then your blessings increase, and therefore you're able to one day, all of a sudden, stop. You can no longer be provoked by that factor. That's all. It's a natural thing. Okay? Or the other option is for you. So you see, it's a two-step. Okay? Never mind. You guys are the most boring Chan people I know. Okay? So, see, it's predicated upon you doing it, right? Looking at yourself. That's a foundation. And then for you to be able to stop getting angry and get above it is blessings. You have the process already, so it's a matter of time. That's why my advice to very often keep on hearing me, continue. Because basically continue and your blessings will accrue and you're able to get over the hump one of these days. Okay? Or if you can't, get up, go build blessings, go help around the temple, go mow the grass, go help out, see things that can be done. And that's how you plant blessings as well. Okay? Oh, by the way, the grass is pretty tall. So those of you who cannot sit, can I interest you in? Okay. Yes, 8.
Jesse offered to mow the lawn.
Which one? We have so many lawns.
Jesse, all of them.
Which lawns?
All of them.
Wow. See? That's going to help you sit better, I assure you. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Let's go to lunch.